Good day, everyone. I hope everybody is doing good. So, for today's session, we will be discussing um, one of the content of your midterm examination. No, so our title is all about different types of pasta. Okay, so our learning objectives. At the end of the session, the students must be able to identify different types of pasta, differentiate their forms, and lastly, let's classify later on those kinds or types of fruits. Okay? So now we'll start with the definition when we say pasta. So according to the context of the culinary, when we say pasta, the word pasta translates to paste in Italian. So this is a reference to the dough made from a combination of flour, water, and eggs. Okay? And pasta also class is what we call a staple food. So it is used in many cultures. Anong cultures? Particularly in Italian cuisine. Okay? So it holds the significant importance both nutritionally and culturally. Okay? So one of the reason why we need to prepare why those food service establishment need to provide different recipes of pasta simply because pasta is one of the source of the carbohydrates, no, so when it comes to its nutritional value, pasta is a rich source of complex. It provides what when we say carbohydrates, providing energy and keeping blood sugar levels steady over time. Okay, and also there are types of recipes using pasta that has low in fat. Okay, so when you eat this, so at the end of the day, it makes the body of the person low when it comes to its calories. Okay, so what else? We need to consider also what are those categories of pasta. So we have here six categories of pasta class. So let's start with the pasta shapes. Okay? So what is pasta shapes all about? So they are considered as pasta that is available in many different sizes and specific shapes. Okay? So, yan. Next slide natin. Okay? So shape pasta is also resembles shells, also yung tinatawag nilang bow, BOW, yung ties, spirals, snails, wheels, and radiators. So class, I want you to jot down din ha, kasi not every information nilagay natin sa PowerPoint. Okay? And also, when we say shape pasta, nasa number one pa lang tayo. This is or we can consider it to be paired with a chunkier sauce because they are sturdy enough to hold up with the other ingredients. So example natin para mas maintindihan nyo. So yung shape pasta, we have the bow tie, shells, rotini or the corkscrew, orikiet or ear-shaped pasta, wagon wheel or shape pasta. So as you can see naman dito sa illustration natin, ayan yung mga sample natin when we say shape pasta. Again, sa definition natin kanina, it is available in many, okay? Many different sizes and specific shapes. So yung mga sizes and shapes na nakikita nyo dito, we can consider that as the category when we say shape pasta. Okay? So again, yung sauce na ginagamit natin once you prepare this one is yung thick tomato sauces, no? Meron kasi tayong light and thick sauce pagdating sa pasta. So most of the time, as we enjoy preparing different pasta recipes, depende na kung anong gusto nating sauce eh. Tama? Pero lagi nating tatandaan, once we prepare or use shape pasta, normally ang sauce dapat nito is thick. Okay? So, of course, you need to include meat sauces, chunky sauces, and cheese sauces to make it more thickier. Okay? So what else? So we have also another category, number two. Again, may anim lang tayong category ng pasta if you are listening. We've done already with the shape pasta. Now, what is tubular pasta? So yung mga tubular pastas naman class are pastas that are in the shape of a tube. So from the word itself, tubular. So some tubes are long and narrow while others are short and wide. As you can see dito sa illustration natin. So they are found with smooth or groove exteriors. So their ends or yung pinakadulo daw ng pasta are cut straight or at angle. No? And also, mapapansin natin sa tubular pasta, they are often served with a heavy sauce and can be stuffed with meat and cheese and bake. Okay? So ito naman yung kaibahan ng tubular sa shape pasta kanina, no? If we will pair it with a sauce, ito heavy sauce, no? And then you need to stuff it with different meats and cheese. It depends upon to your preference. And also, pang-bake din yung ganitong klase ng pasta. Pwede natin siyang i-bake. So, examples here from the illustration. As you can see, we have the macaroni, penne, rigatoni, and ziti. No? So, hindi lang natin lahat na i-prepare yan last laboratory natin because some of you nahihirapan din silang makabili sa supermarket. So maganda sana every group is nakapag-prepare ng different pasta so that we can assess iba't ibang klase ng recipes at procedures na pwede nating i-apply sa mga pasta na to. So sauce are thick tomato sauces. So heavy sauces din siya. Meat, chunky sauces, and thick cream sauces. Okay? Number two or third category is meron po tayong tinatawag na strand pasta noodles. Okay? So ano ang kanyang form? So when we say strand pasta noodles, they are long, look like a long rods of pasta which are generally round. Okay? So the basic difference from one variety to the next is the thickness of the strands. And also, the thicker strands work well with a heavier sauce while the thin varieties are better with a more delicate sauce. Okay, so as you can see here on the picture, ayan ang example natin when we say strand pasta noodles. So they look like a rod, okay, a long rod, okay, and the sauce that we need to complement this kind of recipe is light tomato sauces. So, kanina puro thick yung tubular and shape. Pagdating sa strand pasta noodles, okay lang yung light sauces. So, yung light sauces, ano ba yung basically ingredients niyang mga yan? So, usually, you need the um, ingredient like butter. So, butter-based siya. Light oil, and light cream-based sauces. Or sometimes yung mga olive oil lang, no, may mga gano'ng klase ng luto and then you will add some broccoli lang, ginisa lang siya sa halimbawa sa garlic and onion and that's it. So that is a light tomato sauces. So unlike kanina sa mga samples natin, yung heavy and thick, we need to put tomato sauces talaga. And white sauce is considered also as thick, yung mga carbonara sauces natin. Pero pag sinabing light, okay, we can use tomato sauce pa din, pero make ingat lang din when it comes sa consistency ng sauces na yon. Hindi naman natin pwedeng sabihin na if that is a light sauce, hindi na tayo pwedeng gumamit ng white or red. It depends upon klasa, consistency pa din ng tomato sauce na gagamitin mo. So halimbawa, gusto mo ng red sauce pa din, pero light lang yung kailangan sa recipe na yon. Gusto mo pa rin ng tomato sauce pero light lang ang need. So you can create a puree, no? Yung mismong kamatis o yung tomatoes mismo. Ibe-blend lang natin siya or using a blender and then yun yung pwede mong maging sauce, no? So lighter version siya. Okay? Wala siyang masyadong inad pa na kung ano-ano ingredients. Excuse me. So next natin, this is the fourth one, the ribbon pasta noodles. So ang kanyang form, ribbon pastas consist of flat strands pasta. Yan. Kita nyo na ba sa picture? This is one of my favorite pasta. The ribbon pasta noodles. So they are available in different lengths, widths, and thickness din. And ribbon pasta can have straight or wavy edge din po. Okay? And then the dried ribbons are generally used with a thick, heavier sauce. And if the fresh ribbons are served with more delicate sauce. Okay? So yung sauce natin, as you can see, but anyway, the examples are fettuccine, lasagna, and linguine. Yan. So ang kanyang um form, tandaan nyo pag sinabing ribbon pasta, they are having different lengths, widths, and thickness. Then they are considered as flat, yung mga ribbon pastas natin. Okay? Or sometimes it is straight when it comes to its appearance or wavy yung edge niya. Yan. Okay? So for the wider pastas, okay, meat sauces, thick tomato sauces, and thick cream sauces. Ito po ang ating need na i-pair na sauce. And then for narrow naman daw, okay, light tomato sauces, butter-based sauces, or light oil-based sauces, or light cream-based sauces. So, pag ribbon pasta, mapapansin nyo, no, makukumpara natin yung gagamitin yung sauce. If that is wider, kailangan ang kanyang sauce na ipipair is thick. Okay? And then kapag narrow daw, narrow pasta naman, light tomato sauces, or etong mga nabanggit natin kanina. Okay? So, alam nyo naman i-define when we say the wider pasta in the um, narrow pastas. Okay? So, ayan po ang ating fourth category. Okay, and next we have the soup pasta. Ayan. So, yung soup pasta natin, this is the fifth one. So, ang kanyang definition is soup pastas consist of pasta shapes that range in size from small to very tiny. Pero hindi natin ito mako-consider as as shape pasta as we've mentioned earlier sa number one. Yung number one natin, they are having specific shapes and size, oo. Pero hindi natin siya pwedeng i-categorize as soup. Kasi yung soup pasta po is from the size pa lang, from small up to tiny. So hanggang sa pinakamaliit na size, no, ng pasta na to, which is intended lang po para sa paggawa ng soup. Hindi natin siya pwedeng gawing um, pasta sauces lang. I mean is that it's look like spaghetti, no, na may red sauce or carbonara na may white sauce. No, it is intended for soup lang. So may soup base tayong gagawin dito. So the larger of the soup pastas are used in thicker base soups. The smaller pasta naman daw po are used in light or broth-based soups. So, eto, pwede tayong gumawa ng version na soup na medyo um, light, no? Yung kanyang sabaw. Pwede din naman din pong gumawa ng soup na medyo malapot. Okay? So, hindi rin lahat ng klase ng soup class parang madami laging liquid content, no? May mga soup din po tayo na it's look like a sauce na din. Kasi nga, thick. Or, yung klase ng sauce, ng base mo sa soup na yon is medyo malapot. So, ito yung klase ng mga pasta na gagamitin natin. Okay? So, examples are alphabets, orzo, round balls, thin, thin strands, small tubes, rings, bow ties, and stars. And also, sa sauce, light sauces mainly used in broth or soups with a light base. Ayan. So, mas nire-recommend siya for light sauces talaga. Or light or liquid base. Kung gugustuhin man natin ng thick na base, medyo malapot na sauce, pwede din naman pero mas nire-recommend yung light base lang. Okay, siguro sample natin ng mga recipe ng soup pasta yan. Gumawa tayo ng very common sa atin, sopas. Yan. So, yung gamit natin na 'di ba, which is the what do you call this one? Elbow type, no, ng pasta. So, pasok siya sa bow ties. So, yun yung mga sample natin for the soup pastas. And many more, lalo na yung mga Italian dishes. Maraming klase ng soup na ginagawa using this kind of or type ng pasta natin. So next is we have the stuffed pasta. So examples natin are ravioli. So congratulations sa group na gumawa ng ravioli, no? Ayan, na hindi nakahanap sa market. And tortellini. So light tomato sauce din po ang gagamitin natin. Light cream-based sauce and broth. Okay? So, anong forms niya or definition when we say stuffed pasta? So, ang stuffed pasta natin consists of fresh pasta sheets that are stuffed with a filling. So, very good din from the group of Miss Catherine, no? So, nung tinikman ko yung ano nila, yung ravioli pasta is meron pa pala silang na in-insert na filling inside which is the cheese which is very good. Kasi yun po ang usual na characteristic when we say stuffed pasta. Kasi kung wala siyang filling, hindi mo masasabing stuffed pasta yung pine-prepare mo. Okay? So, stuffed pastas are formed in different shapes din po. As you can see here from the illustration, merong square, merong circle, meron ding triangle, and may mga half moons. Depende yan sa anong preference mo or kung ano yung hinihingi ng standardized recipe natin. So they are stuffed with a variety of fillings which consist of mixture ingredients such as yan, ano ba fillings ma'am ang pwedeng ilagay when we say stuffed pasta? Pwede din maglagay ng meats aside from cheese lang, pwede din yung mga herbs, mushrooms, and any kinds of vegetables. Okay? So, ayan. So again, we have 6 categories ng pasta. Start tayo sa shape, sa tubular. We have the strand pasta noodles, we have the ribbon pasta noodles, soup pasta, and the stuffed pasta. Okay? So now, moving on. Yan. So, isa din sa ginawa natin sa laboratory, no? Kung matatandaan ninyo, every group is need makapag create ng smoothies or beverage which is composed of 2 to 3 kinds of fruits. Okay? So, very good naman because everybody did their best, no? Para makapag-isip or makagawa ng isang um, nutritious, no? And delicious drinks. So, from the definition, pag sinabi nating fruits, okay? So, the fleshly seed associated structures of certain plants that are sweet and edible in the raw state, as apples, oranges, grapes, strawberries, juniper berries, and bananas. So, a fruit is a structure of a plant that contains its seeds. So, as we can see, meron lang tayo ditong dalawang classification ng fruits. Okay? Ano-ano yung classifications natin ng fruits dito? So, number one, meron tayong tinatawag na simple fruits. So when we say simple fruits, could be either dry or fleshy and result from the ripening of a compound or simple ovary with only one pistil. Okay? So berries is one of the example. They are fruits with very soft epicarp with the mesocarp and endocarp very fleshy. So, itong mga mini-mention nating epicarp, mesocarp, and endocarp are parts of a fruit, no? I want you to search ano yung itsura ng mga to, no, as part of your assignment after watching this recorded lesson. Ano yung epicarp, mesocarp, and endocarp para makita ninyo saang part siya ng fruit. And pwede nating ilagay na examples are the grapes and banana. Okay? So next is meron tayong multiple fruits. So kanina may simple fruits, meron ding multiple. So the difference is that the multiple fruit is formed from a cluster of flowers called an inflorescence. Okay? Or inflorescence. So examples are figs, and pineapple or mulberry. Ano ba klase yung inflorescence para malaman ninyo? At saka bakit siya nanggaling sa ano? Or bakit siya tinawag na um, multiple fruits? Do you have any idea? Okay, so when we say inflorescence, this is something to do with the cluster or arrangement of, it can be flower or plant stem. So, para bang dinedescribe dito the pattern in which the flowers are grouped together. Okay, and it can vary widely among different plant species. So, itong mga fruits na to, itong multiple fruits natin, um, they came from the arrangement or the cluster of flowers that is being grouped together para makapag-produce ng ganitong klase ng prutas. So unlike sa simple ano natin, excuse me, simple fruits natin from plant itself and then magiging tree and then bubunga lang yung puno ng mga prutas and that's it, no? Pwede nang pitasin. Pwede nang mag-produce yung plant or it can be the tree. Pero itong klase ng fruits na to, um, they need the arrangement, no? Or what we call the grouping together of those flowers para makapag-produce siya at makapag-provide ng mga fruits na nakikita nyo ngayon dito sa screen. Okay? So, bakit ba natin siya kailangang gamitin in the context of culinary, no? So, pinagawa ko kayo of course ng drinks, no? Or beverage. So, ngayon, dun lang ba matatapos yung presence ng fruits sa culinary, no? So it says here, fruit is often used in sweet dishes then, such as pudding, spice, and jellies. So it can also be found in salads also and appetizers. So the acidity of fruit is used to cut the richness of meats. Ayan, yung mga mahilig mag-marinate dito, no? Ng mga barbecue, no? Ng mga pork loin. Yan, 'di ba minsan gumagamit tayo ng lemon, puwede rin tayong gumamit ng, extract ng oranges, 'no? Meron pa nga minsan, aside from lemon and oranges, yung extract ng mga grapes, 'yan ginagamit nila 'yan at marami pa. Okay, so ginagamit din natin siya for some, other recipes not just sa beverage lang, okay. And also fruit is both delicious and nutritious. So the sweetness of fruit comes from fructose, which is a natural form of a sugar. Okay? So sometimes if we don't want to add any sweetness pa sa it can be sa drinks or can be sa recipes, no, like meal or other cuisine. Kung wala kayong sugar, table sugar or honey or kung anong pampatamis, you can use may specific fruit lang na pwede tayong gamitin na kung saan they are producing fructose, no? Which is mas maganda kasi it forms the natural sugar doon sa dishes. Okay? And also, I will add, no, what are those things that we need to consider in using fruits sa mga ano natin, sa mga pine-prepare sa kitchen. May mga health benefits ba tayong pwedeng makuha in using different fruits or more of ano lang tayo lagi? Appearance, more of ano lang tayo, no? Yung, what do you call this one? Yung magiging evaluation, no? Ng mga panel natin or kung sino man nag evaluate dun lang ba tayo ano, after? So, anong idea natin? Why do we need to ano, to use fruits sa lahat ng na-mention natin kanina? Meron ba kayong naiisip diyan? Sige, ibulong niyo sa akin. Okay. So, I want you to think for seconds. Bakit nga ba? Kasi pwede namang wala ring fruits, 'di ba? Pwede namang kung ano lang yung pinaka-main ingredients like meats, okay, ano pa ba? Mga condiments, herbs and spices, okay na yun eh. Pero bakit there are times that we need to add fruits, no, sa mga dishes? Or bakit more of fruits yung mas magandang gawin when it comes in preparing beverage din? Okay, do you have any idea? Okay, all of your answers, alam ko nag-iisip kayo ngayon. I want you to send it sa ating GC after watching this pre-recorded lesson. Kung umabot kayo, no, sa part na to, please subscribe. No, joke lang. I mean is, kung umabot kayo dito, sabihin, you really watch well the lesson, no? And I will not announce this because I want you to send your answers sa ating chat box. The importance of using fruit sa ano natin, sa culinary. Okay? And always remember that as we end this session, that people who eat more fruits and sige, sama na natin vegetables as part of the overall healthy diet are likely to have a reduced risk of some chronic diseases such as heart diseases, including heart attack and stroke and certain types of cancer. So it provides health benefits. And also, the most important things about a fruits class is most fruits kasi they are low in fat, they are low also in sodium and of course the calories. And we know naman that fruits are essential nutrients, no, that many people don't get enough, no, kasi mas happy sila eating some other ano food like fast food and whatsoever. So fruits also, one of the importance is it gives diet to a person, and of course it maintains the blood pressure. Okay? What else? Meron pa ba tayong idadagdag? Sa tingin ko, wala na. Kayo na ang maidadagdag. No? So, I will wait for your answers sa GC anytime na matapos nyong mapanood tong video until tomorrow siguro sa vacant time ninyo. So, kahit simple and precise answers will do. Okay? So, thank you so much for listening for today's lesson. And I hope and pray you understand um, what we have discussed today. Thank you and God bless everyone.